Hey guys, welcome back to the episode. This is a continuation of our last episode, so if you haven't already, go back and check that one out, because otherwise this won't make any sense. Actually, probably won't make sense anyway. Enjoy!
Welcome back.
He's still doing it.
So February, as we all know, is Black History Month.
And Valentine's.
We'll get to yours in a minute.
Don't yell at me. I'm very sensitive.
All right, I won't yell only because your kids might be
Some
sleeping.
people say that's a plus.
Whatever the hell that means.
So I was going to go over some firsts for African Americans,
For the longest, I actually thought I was black.
trailblazers. What?
Well, I used to do all black workouts. And
What
so
does that mean?
that means like if you do workouts that are traditionally black workouts, that you kind of gain the gains that are.
It says it all.
Why do you look at me like this?
I'm waiting for this to end.
Go ahead.
No, I'm waiting. I finished the story. I'm enthralled.
You take on a different. I'm Italian, and
Yeah.
Italy is only 80 miles away from Africa, so I'm practically black.
You ain't lying.
Depends on which way you go.
Plus, I grew up in a family. So
Didn't you say northeast? That's not 80 miles.
north, Italy, from Sicily.
I know the bottom
Yeah.
on the stiletto.
But that's all part of Italy.
That's like saying I'm from the U.S. and being in fucking Cuba.
So I had a very,
Dominican Republic.
I guess I kind of still have a very, I might have already talked
no,
about
excuse
this.
me, Puerto Rico.
An unhealthy obsession with black people hair, at least the smell of it. Like the-
Unhealthy obsession?
yeah. Like the Dookie that you put in it. Not that. It's an actual brand called Dookie. And you know, used to, like my mom used to put some product in my sister's hair. And like we used to sleep in the same bed. And so like when I woke up, I just had that smell on the pillow.
Was your sister African American?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she still is.
I have like 3 black sisters with my mom. Nope. No, hold on. I don't want to say it like that.
Yeah, that was.
You got 3 black
Flip it
sisters
and
with
reverse
your
it.
mom. Got it.
Yes. And then
Check.
when my best friend used to come over and like sleep over, like we'd be playing around, playing games and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and he'd leave his hat on like on the bed or something. You know, and when it was his turn to play a game, he would just like look at me like, "What the fuck?" You know, and grab his hat because I used to always just like
this is the way my
When it
segment
was
started.
when it was his turn to play with your sisters, yeah.
Oh my!
don't. I'm very sensitive about that too.
Your black sisters.
Yeah, they were like TLC. Like my oldest one is T-Boz. My youngest
RIP.
one.
Oh wait, that's left.
That's left eye. My Lily, she actually kind of looks like. Don't say Scarlett Johansson.
So what are some firsts?
Go ahead, do that. I'm done with
Let's
my-
start with some media that we all know. Do you guys know? We'll play a little trivia here. Do you guys know who the first African American Best Actor winner was for an Oscar?
Yes,
Do you care to divulge that information?
it was. Oh wait, I think I might be confusing this one.
You guys
Not-
all know this name.
Not the Star Trek chick. No,
It was in No, this was a dude.
What year?
1963. If that helps you.
Morgan Freeman.
No,
This is it.
it's
The blind guy.
An Oscar?
yes.
You talking about the musician?
No, an Oscar. It is Sidney Poitier.
Oh, okay. The one we just reviewed. You weren't there. He was in Babel. That guy?
Yes, he was.
Babbling.
Babel. I
That's
was gonna
who he
give
was-
that clue out, but I didn't want to because he wasn't there. So
I mean,
way to make him feel excluded.
Take that, you cracker ass cracker.
Do you guys know who the first African American Best Actress was?
Was that the Star Trek chick?
Who?
Oh
No, this was 2001. So it's been a long
Was it
time.
Holly Berry?
It was Halle Berry.
Yes.
Yes.
Well-
Correct.
Didn't she play? Wasn't she in a Star Trek movie?
No.
Eh.
Zoe Saldana was and was a babe in it.
What a babe.
Yes, indeed.
The first ever Tony Award winner was Juanita Hall in 1950.
All right.
The first ever African American film company, does anybody know that? In 1916?
1916?
1916.
I knew they did. Didn't they do horse films?
Not sure what the company did. I can click on it. It sends me to a link. It's named after a president who helped with slavery.
Lincoln.
Yes. It is the Lincoln Motion Picture Company.
2 points.
And they had a film company in Jacksonville, Florida, it looks like here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice town. Terrible
do.
town. I don't know what I'm saying.
I like the outside towns of it, like St. Augustine. And stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Jacksonville's a shithole, but
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
speaking of that, shout out to the family, the extended family that I actually enjoy. Took a trip to Disneyland
Nice.
when we were recording this. I hope they had fun. It's 20 here, it's 74 there.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Ridiculous. And that's the high for the week.
But
We were at negatives. Anyway. Do you know the first director for a major Hollywood studio was? 1969?
Sidney
No.
Poitier?
No. It was Mr. Gordon Parks.
I would not have guessed that.
I would not have guessed that either.
What is he known for? Do we know?
That's a good question. I can click on the link. Give me just a second. God, didn't. He just died in 2000. Just died in 2006. That sounds like a wait. Notable films are Shaft
Oh, okay.
Oh,
and The Learning Tree.
Oh, okay.
very, very different film.
Very different films, agreed. And the first president of the
Wait.
Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences,
No, I'm thinking of something
Cheryl
else.
Boone Isaacs, in 2013.
Wouldn't have guessed that either.
No, I've heard that name. I couldn't say it out loud, I guess would be the term.
But it's not because of their color.
No, it's just because we suck.
And I don't follow the names of certain, unless they're in the news all the time.
You guys
the
won't get this
relevancy.
name, but do you know the year of the first African-American radio broadcaster?
39.
It's like 1908 or 1909.
Somewhere in between those two. 1925, Jack L. Cooper was the first African-American to be on a radio broadcast. Black-owned radio station was purchased by Jesse B. Blayton in 1949. Do you guys know the first network television show host? You would know this name. It's 1956, a little older.
Yes. Was he part of a Rat Pack?
I believe so.
All right.
Sammy Davis Jr.?
No.
That he wasn't
Probably
part of a
wasn't.
rat
Yeah, he
pack.
probably wasn't. Is Nat King Cole.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
He moved in those spots.
Do you guys know the first African-American star of a network television show? 1965. Very popular name. Not so positive these days.
Bill Cosby.
Correct. It is Bill Cosby.
Bill Sleepy Man Cosby.
Bill Sleepy Man Cosby.
All right, so you're gonna just sit here and enjoy it.
And this is a name you all should know as well. First African-American woman television show host in 1986.
Opera.
Opera is correct. Oprah
You get a
Winfrey.
car, and you get a car, and you get herpes, but you get a car.
Oh my God.
Pooping in a public bathroom is worse than a colonoscopy.
That's unfair.
I'm sure we all know this name as well. The first African-American baseball player.
Yes.
Well, to play
Junior.
in MLB.
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson is correct. What did you say?
Junior.
Junior. Do you guys know the first ever black quarterback? And this is a name that I was telling you about before we started recording. It is the best name for a quarterback of all time.
Is it just very basic?
Winston throws some.
You're on the right track.
Strong arm?
In 1953, it was Willie Thrower.
It's like the fireman whose name is Les McBurn.
Inappropriate.
Willie Thrower, best name for a quarterback of all time. Do you guys know the first National Hockey League player, African American?
Oh, it was.
For the 1958 Boston Bruins?
Oh, wow. It was back that far. Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't until like the 90s.
I feel like there was a gap in there somewhere.
I'm thinking so. No, I don't.
His name is, where'd it go? Willie O'Ree, 1958.
You might lose the name there, but it's etched in history.
Well,
It's true.
there's still only like a handful of African American pro players.
Right. Very few in hockey, especially. You guys should all know the first ever African American golf champion.
Vijay Singh.
What you said.
Tiger
Woods.
Woods.
Woods in 1997. Woohoo! If you guys get this, I'll give you a $100 bill that's sitting in my wallet right now. A chess grandmaster. First African American chess grandmaster.
Donald P. Billums.
Close.
Magnus Carlsen when he played in the dark.
Bill.
Maurice Ashley in 1999.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I get 50?
Nope.
Damn it.
The first ever African American boxing champion was Jack Johnson in 1908. The oldest African American golf club in the U.S. is the Shady Rest Golf and Country Club that opened in 1921.
This is a little off topic. There's a boxing match that I just stumbled upon that lasted, like 70 rounds? It was 7 hours long and there was no knockouts. They actually had to end the match. I don't think it was African American related. Continue.
Jeez.
Yeah.
70 rounds?
Yeah. And then the ref was like, if you guys don't knock each other out in the next 2 rounds, I'm just going to call it. I guess there was people in the audience who was falling asleep because it lasted so long.
That's insane.
That was an Iron Man match right there.
That's... Or they just walked around in circles.
And I think this was yeah. And like one of the guys, it took him 2 months to heal because he broke all of the bones in his hand. And yeah.
Jesus.
I broke my hand.
Let's go to the military a little bit. You know that in 1778...
Colin Powell.
No, but he is the first chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. African American for that. Yes. U.S. So you got 1 point, I guess. Bling. God, dude, I have to do your blings for you.
My arms are still sore. I got DOMs.
You had to do more because you were laughing. So you got a core workout as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you. You're welcome.
I'm going to look so ripped on the next progress pics.
Woo. Take side pics.
I should.
Just
saw your little
Just
comment.
draw abs on yourself so you look like you're...
Like, not even just black markers.
Yeah.
Look at these gains.
Or you have a hairy chest, shave abs in them.
I should.
There you go.
I got to do a little bit cut down before I continue that. Continue.
It was in 1778 that they had the first U.S. Army unit to have black men comprise more than half of its troops. It was the first Rhode Island regime.
Yes.
Commissioned officer in the U.S. Navy, Robert Smalls in 1863.
Was that the all infantry?
Kind of surprised me.
The all infantry one, was it?
That's it's the first one comprised of more than half of its troops were African American.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I think they were also kind of, if I recall, they were not necessarily forced into, but also like a leverage to earn their freedom.
Yeah, however many months you serve, that's months you get off your whatever or whatever. I think like the movie The Patriot kind of goes over that. Man, mark your X and that kind of stuff.
I always forget Heath Ledger's in that.
It's a great movie.
It is.
It's one of my top favorite movies of all time.
Not mine.
Love it. What's his name? Who plays the Dick in Harry Potter? He's really good at it too. Jason Isaacs.
Mel Gibson?
No, Mel Gibson's good in that movie too. That's probably my favorite Mel Gibson movie. Maybe Lethal Weapon 4.
Better than What Women Want?
I don't know. That's a great one. And I know you're joking, but I'm not. But yeah. Well, let's go over a couple more here real quick. The first woman general.
Payback was probably
Hazel W. Johnson in 1979. First African-American general, Benjamin O. Davis Sr. in 1940. Combat pilot, Eugene Jacques Bullard. I think there's a movie about that one.
Eugene Jacques Bullard?
Yeah.
Nice.
First Congressional Medal of Honor winner, Sergeant William H. Carney in 1900. Let's go to some politics here. Or civics, I guess would be the... State elected official Alexander Lucius Twilight. And guess what year that was?
36.
18.
Stop talking right there. 1836 is the answer. Good job. Good teamwork, boys. The first office holder in a colonial America.
Also 1840.
No, 1641. Matthias de Souza?
Brazilian?
First African-American county sheriff was Walter Burton in 1869. Nice. First state Supreme Court justice, Jonathan Jasper Wright in 1870.
Damn, that's a good name.
I'm trying to find some names you guys know. I feel like we should know most of these names. First U.S. Secretary of State.
Colin Powell?
Correct. 2001. First
Wait,
woman.
Colin Powell was white.
No, he was blackish. He was mixed.
Skin, I guess. Yeah. First woman Secretary of State.
Teresa.
You're on the right path.
Fucking, what's her name?
Condoleezza Rice.
Condoleezza Rice.
First black U.S. president.
Oh, this one's hard. Oh,
spit it out, you dick.
Obama.
Correct.
Celebrate good Obama, come out!
Obama.
Are you guys Obama fans or non-Obama fans? This has nothing to do with race, but
I was Obama guy.
I was. There's certain
there's been
things
worse for sure.
He's got skeletons in the closet, but I think the
don't
way
we
that
all?
he conducted himself was probably the best.
I think he talks like a real person too.
Yes.
He's very well spoken.
Yeah.
He's laid back, and I think that's what we needed.
Yes,
You
yeah.
know.
Especially after George Bush was like, "War, let's kill everyone that attacked us." You know?
But the thing is
but I get why he was that way.
from what I recall, I think Barack made more calls, which injured more.
We haven't had a stable president since Papa Bush.
George Bush?
We haven't had a stable president since like JFK.
AFK. Holy shit.
Oh, that
He wasn't stable at all. His head blew up.
Oh my god!
It's all over.
He was an overthinker.
First U.S. Justice of the Supreme Court.
We already said this name, no?
No,
Oh,
it's also a great movie that I was going to recommend, but we didn't go to that one.
RPJ?
Nope. Think a last name in this room.
Marshall.
Thurgood Marshall.
Thurgood.
1965.
Thurgood Marshall. Isn't that the
Thurgood
name of the
Marshall.
PJs?
Thurgood is. I don't think Marshall is.
PJ.
Living in a
Why do we keep bringing that
I don't
up?
know. That one.
It was a good show. I like
It
that.
was a good show.
Eddie Murphy has to be on this. No?
As what?
I don't know.
The
He's
first-
been a great.
America's first favorite black guy.
No, that would be
No, that's probably. I don't know. Booker
Thurgood
T.
Marshall.
Washington.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck
Probably.
yeah.
That guy is awesome.
Or George Washington Carver. I love that dude.
The peanut guy?
That
Yeah,
was the
peanut
fake,
butter guy.
That was the fake high school that they turned our high school into in the election movie.
What you're doing is really, really wrong.
Huh.
Fun fact.
Fun fact, I probably went maybe 5 years straight
Nice.
having peanut butter every single day.
Damn.
Sounds terrible.
It was yummies.
I love peanut butter.
This is why I'm on a 10-week fitness challenge. I don't mean like it was my main nutrition. It was just something I had. Like it was my oatmeals. It was my steak. Continue.
First ever African American landowners. Can you guess the year?
It has to be early.
1818.
Way before that.
It's got to be 16 something. 1661.
1662.
1640.
Jeez.
Anthony and Mary Johnson.
See, this is the thing too. It's like there's a lot of people who want to put out like black people didn't own anything until after slavery. I'm like, no, there was a lot of people who,
and I got a bunch right here. This is what I'm talking about. Business and labor. That's what category we're on currently. Do you know the first black-owned insurance company? Do you know what that was called?
Wells Fargo.
No. Allstate.
Are you in good hands?
The
Allstate.
Farmers.
Wow.
Farmers Mutual.
It was actually called the African Insurance Company.
That was a hard one.
Yep. The first black labor union. Think about what I just said.
The first black labor union.
African
labor
Union.
African League of Colored Laborers in 1850. First black-owned bank.
African bank. Are we guessing names or years? What are we doing?
Both.
Okay.
When do you think a black guy owned a bank first time?
When?
Yeah.
Owned a bank?
Yep.
Probably not in 1600s. I would probably
Nope.
say more into the 17s.
Nope. Keep going.
18s?
Yep.
Really? 1832.
Go for it. 1881.
1889, the True Reformers Bank was the first black-owned bank.
That was
in the
like
United
my year
States.
plus your year minus them.
Sure. First black millionaire. That's an interesting one.
Ooh.
That's got to be lower.
He's the
That's
founder
17.
of the Chicago Defender in 1905.
Adjust
I
for
believe it was a
inflation?
ship.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
I don't know.
I'd see probably like 1930 something.
I just said it was 1905.
yeah.
So his name is Robert Abbott.
Well, he could have bought the ship in 1905.
It's true. It does say founder of in.
Doesn't mean he made his money then.
That's true. First black record company.
AGM?
No. What are you looking at, Schwan? Black Swan Records in 1921.
Yeah, I could see that.
Naughty Magazine Day.
First black billionaire.
That's in the 19s.
Warren Buffett.
But he ain't black.
He's a brother.
2001.
I guess him and
Owner of BET.
Warren Buffett, I said.
He ain't black.
No, Robert Johnson. Robert Johnson.
the other one.
And Lonnie. First black patent holder. What year? Thomas L. Jennings did it in
1841.
lower.
I mean, John Carver Jr.
1821. I'm done.
Sorry.
guessing.
George Washington Carver Jr.
How long
Fucking
before
shit, I
a
don't
woman
know.
African American held a patent?
That was in late 1890s.
2021.
Close. 1884.
Well, good for her.
First black astronaut, Robert H. Lawrence in 1967. Astronaut to travel into space. Mr. Bluford in 1983. I don't know how to say his first name. Guion. Guion. Woman astronaut Mae Jemison in 1992. First space shuttle commander Frederick D. Gregory actually did deal on that one in 1998.
I remember that.
Rulani, who was the first black African American WCW world champion.
Oh, wow. It wasn't Booker T.
Nope.
It was.
I don't know what that is. Is that the boogeyman? Is what you're trying to do? Okay.
Did I get it?
Was it Hart? No, it wasn't.
You were about to say Hart?
No. Fuck. What's his name? It's not Rocky Maivia.
No.
Or not Rocky Johnson.
No, but his dad was one of the first ever African American tag team champions.
Shit.
You almost said it.
It's not Farouk.
It is Farouk. But
Well,
Ron
I was going to say
Simmons.
that's
Ron
not his name.
Simmons, but
Yeah.
yeah, I would have accepted Farouk as the answer. Damn. Real quick, first ever Miss America African American. You know her name.
Yes. Fuck.
Holly Berry.
Nope.
Tia Tequila.
Nope.
Vanessa
Williams.
I thought she was a tennis player.
So you think that all black people look alike?
I'm thinking Venus.
That's Venus Williams.
Venus. I thought they were sisters.
Serena.
and
Serena
Venus.
and Venus. Okay.
And Pluto.
First black all black, because we're not counting The Rock. History doesn't count The Rock.
The term half-breed is somewhat applicable.
First black African American WWE champion.
Kofi.
Correct. So who should have been the first ever black WWE champion?
Boogeyman.
I think Bobby Lashley probably had the best chance back in the day, or Booker T.
No.
Doink.
Booker T did eventually win both. Booker T eventually won the. WWE's had black world champions. They had Booker T be the world heavyweight champion, Mark Henry be the world heavyweight champion, Bobby Lashley be the ECW champion.
They could have had what's his bucket from back in the day. The guy
Ahmed
who always,
Johnson. He's the first black African American intercontinental champion.
I think Ahmed Johnson had a shot at it. Coco Beware.
I don't think I'd ever put the title on him. Did he even have any titles?
He was over though.
That's true. I think Bobby Lashley or Mark Henry probably had the first real big chance.
Well, Mark Henry already has the
Farouk
strongest
was
man in the
final four in the Royal Rumble twice, I believe. So,
Yeah.
that's close.
Papa Shango.
That's why I brought up the Godfather earlier. But I don't know. It was
Strongest
Kofi
man in the world.
Kingston out of everybody, and that was 3 years ago or whatever it is.
It was like
Longer than that. 'Cause
2018.
Roman Reigns has been champ for 500 years.
12.
But it is kind of sad thinking about that it took that long to get it all. I mean, people count The Rock, I guess, but
And he's
that
not
was it.
even black. He's Samoan.
Samoan and black, yeah. So it is what it is. Sucks. But those are some historic names from our history that
I do miss that.
need a little bit of recognition, I think. A little more than we do on a normal basis.
When I was in elementary school and stuff, we used to go through. That's one of the things I don't know if I'm still bitter about, but I still bring it up here. It's like I remember doing a play. Like Martin Luther King should have got brought up in some here. Malcolm X as well. It's like I remember a play going on in elementary school, and I wanted to audition for Martin Luther King because I think a lot of the points that I put out there are highly based in rhetoric Martin Luther King would have pushed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't share the religious aspect, but the unity, the equality, all that, the kindness and all that. It's like the dude was onto something, and we went so far for the longest, into a better world. And then it seems like especially with Martin Luther King, people are still trying to call him out for things that he may or may not have done, even though his wife has called out all this or shut it down.
Right.
People are still trying to say that Martin Luther King is it's like, you are the same people who probably would have murdered him. It's like, that's kind of, I don't know. The dude was an amazing guy.
I
agreed.
I seen a video with a little girl. They were asking her, they're like, do you know who Martin Luther King is? And she's like, yeah. They're like, who is he? And she's like, he died for our sins. It's like,
Nope. Not
yeah,
quite right.
pretty close, though.
Close, but not quite right. some movies that you guys could watch to help celebrate Black History Month. And I encourage you to watch most of these because some of these are really, really good movies. 1992, Malcolm X, Denzel Washington about
Great
civil
one.
rights leader,
Great
directed by Spike Lee.
Color purple. You cut me, I'll kill you.
Black Panther is encouraged as well. First mainly all black cast for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Plus, it's a great movie. I don't think it's as high as everybody puts it, but
it's towards the middle for me.
Yeah.
Set it off.
Yeah.
Queen Latifah.
Marshall is a great movie. Talking about Thurgood Marshall earlier. Chadwick Boseman,
who played
again, plays what? Chadwick Boseman plays him in this movie. Josh Gad's also a part of this. Very good movie. I saw it personally. Selma is also a very good movie about the march in Selma to Montgomery for Martin Luther King. John Legend has a great song from that. Hidden Figures, starring what's her name? I can't think of her name. Katherine Johnson, Dory Vaughn, Mary Jackson. Those are the real names of the women who were in NASA.
Oh yeah,
who were
that
a
was
big
a good
part
one.
of. Yeah,
the what do you want to call it? The numbers chicks.
yeah, yep. Fences is a good movie as well. Another Denzel Washington movie. Just Mercy is a movie I was actually going to bring up. It's starring Michael B. Jordan, and it has Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is accused of a crime that he has all the evidence that he clearly didn't do. Michael B. Jordan's fresh out of Harvard, trying to pick up a case. Obviously, nobody's hiring a black lawyer, blah, blah, blah.
Was this based on a true story?
True story.
Because
Yep,
there's
100% true
and
story.
was this the one that was recently
Based on the memoir of Bryan Stevenson, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because this dude was
Very good movie. Highly recommend.
Pretty much. I've been the people who do what is it called? It's a true
Actually, I might
crime.
watch that tomorrow.
I think it's just called True Crime Podcast or something like that. Where one of the main chick, that was one of the cases that she was a part of, and there was just like some dude who, you know, he was somewhere while black or whatever.
Yeah.
And then somebody made a false allegation. It's like it was a black dude who did it. First black guy.
Yeah.
Arrested him.
Yep, that's exactly what this movie's about, basically.
Yeah. And he spent 30, 40
He
years
spent
or
a
so.
long time in jail. It was great movie. Jamie Foxx obviously
Nailed
at his
it.
peak. Michael B. Jordan hitting his step. Oh, do we gotta do some push-ups?
I gotta do some push-ups.
All right, I'll go over some more movies real quick while you're doing that.
One.
Make sure he's doing them.
Chest to the floor, pussy.
More Chadwick Boseman. He's in, and I still have to watch this. This is one of Brian's favorite movies, especially baseball movies. The 42.
42 is a
The
fantastic
Jackie Robinson movie.
Yeah.
Got the Lonnie approval as well. Boys in the Hood. Another great movie.
Get that ass to the floor.
Straight Outta Compton as well. All these movies great for black rights and what they did to, what's the word I'm looking for? Their path to trailblaze for other people
Yeah.
behind them, basically.
It's a look into a culture that a lot of people don't have the opportunity to as well.
Yep,
Have you both seen Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah.
No, I have.
I heard some of the background. Ice Cube was actually going with it. They were trying to cast some people, and then Ice Cube's son was like, you know, I'll audition for it. Like, I'll put myself into it. And
dude, he nails his dad.
yeah.
Say what now?
I haven't seen it,
realized
but
how that came out. You haven't? Oh, it's great. I loved it. It was actually super good.
I've seen a lot of clips, and I mean, that was some really good. Like, Lonnie and myself are big fans of another band that has covered some of it. Dynamite Hack did the Boys in the Hood.
Nice.
Easy, all that.
No, it's a very good movie. I recommend it. 12 Years a Slave, another great movie. That's one of Brad Pitt's production companies. He helped make that movie. Paul Giamatti plays just a scumbag, like the guy, you know, those type of white guys back
He
in
does
the
it
day.
really well.
Yeah.
I'm
he
starting
does
to
it
think
amazing.
he is
Did you
a
see 12 Years a
scumbag.
Slave?
Yeah.
Oh, did you like it?
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. It was kind of spoiled for me because in an interview, Brad Pitt was told he did a pretty special part in the movie, and I was like, well, he's gonna be the guy that helps him get out or whatever, you know. I was like, well, then why would you do that? And then I just did that for all of you. So
Thanks. I haven't seen it.
Spoiler of a
can you
movie
guys
that's
think
been
of
out for almost 20
movie?
years.
Yeah, I know, right? Can you guys think of any movies that you would have on your list? I have a few more here I'm going through. Just I'm gonna skim through this real quick. If you guys have any off the top
It
of your
sounds
head.
really dumb, but I think American History X is a great
American
movie.
History X is on this list. I totally skimmed through that. I forgot to even mention that because we were talking
and it
while I
doesn't
was scrolling.
seem like an African American supporting movie,
I was going to say this was movie. Go ahead. Sorry.
but it doesn't seem like a movie that would be supporting the African American culture. But it's from the eyes of
The opposing.
like an understanding kind
Yes.
of making reparations kind of a view, going from
I think it's the awakening or so.
Yeah.
It's like when you realize your own ignorance, and that's the biggest thing, is because hatred is pretty much ignorance. And I think when people look across the aisle and they see that they have actually more in common than not, and not too quick to create enemies out of people you don't even know, it's like, this is so stupid.
Yep. Along those lines, Remember the Titans is right along those lines. Great movie as well to help. That shows what, especially like a thing like football, can just unite people in a way that...
I've said this also many times too. It's like with sports or military or whatever. It's like when you are forced to do hard things with other people, it's like you forget about all the bullshit. And you learn to work as a team, and you learn to see the other person as a brother or sister or whatever.
And if you can't, that says something about you.
Yeah. It's like if you're going to keep on holding on to something that you work so hard, or you value your hatred, you know, your segregation, whatever, more than a fucking human being, you know?
Right. Speaking of Michael B. Jordan, he's got another movie that I saw years ago, loved it. Smaller movie, smaller budget kind of movie. It's called Fruitville Station. The story of Oscar Grant, 22-year-old Bay Area kid who goes to on New Year's Eve to watch fireworks with his friends. They're in a train station. They get held up by cops for bullshit. And,
okay.
So super good movie. One of those under the radar. This movie has Black Klansman on the list here as well. I don't know. I mean, I guess. Sure.
Is it really...
I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen it. I'm pretty sure you're going to probably pick it as movie review soon. So
I haven't seen it.
Remember,
but
Titans
I know
is on this list,
funny.
by the way. It's number 38.
Fucking what's his name? The Star Wars. Fuck, what's his name?
I don't know.
Black Klansman.
Adam Driver.
Driver.
Yeah. So yeah, those are a couple things. Anything else you guys have to add for Black History Month here before we go on to the Hallmark holiday that is Valentine's Day?
It's amazing.
No, it sucks.
I know.
And we'll talk about why.
Memories.
Not so much. I mean, like, there's always like what I do like about life in general.
Less hate in this world. That's what I got to say about that.
Yeah.
It's like consume other people's art. But I mean, the thing with that too is there's always going to be those detractors who wants to preach. What do you want to say? Appropriation.
Yeah.
It's like if you are standing at appropriation, you're already creating your enemies too. It's like you're part of the problem. You're actually creating it. We are a melting pot here in America, and I think that's one of the best things that we have that other countries, I mean, some countries are doing it better.
Yeah.
It's like we can't be the best at something if we can't even work together.
Yep.
But there's a lot of good art out there.
There's very few cultures in this country that get along anymore, and it's bad when people of the same culture are fighting because they are not getting along with other cultures.
Right.
I just think it's oxymoronic.
I think so too. Cultures are meant to be shared. I think you drive inspiration or pull inspiration from it, and you can create something better. It's like my influence. I can't take credit for everything like Italians do, but I'm proud of what I am able to. I don't know if pride is the right word. I'm thankful for it.
Right.
I think pride is weakness, and when people hold to pride as a high standard, it's like, well, it turns into ignorance real fast. It's boastful.
Yeah, my people haven't had the best track record the last couple of months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your guys' problem?
If you just let us have our fucking holes in the ground, we'd be fine.
I know. Everybody's got to stick their nose in other people's business, too. That's
I know, especially ours, fucking giant ones.
Yeah, our giant-ass nose. So, yeah. I'm sure you guys all recognize those names like Jackie Robinson, Thurgood Marshall, Halle Berry, Barack Obama. And I hope we gave you guys a couple names that you didn't know, so...
I know
more
we
education, the better.
And I know
do
we've
like a lot
made
of-
light at some of these and had our jokes about fun, but this is a satirical podcast, and we do like to have fun. But no, we also do respect
One of the
all
biggest
cultures.
things when it comes to like Black History Month, I also agree with Morgan Freeman when he was on a. What do you want to say?
I want Morgan Freeman to narrate my life.
Same.
I wanted to narrate my sex life.
And then he
he's
put
done.
it in the balls.
And
Yeah. But he was talking about.
and this is where things went south.
I could probably throw in a clip here, but he was talking about something like
He's in my third favorite movie of all time,
somebody's talking about,
Dark Knight.
do you celebrate Black History Month? And he was saying like he doesn't believe in a Black History Month, like there shouldn't be any. Black history is American history, and it's like yes, of course. Again, if I was to pull it to like the Italians, like, well, they're trying to get rid of, if you want to call it Italian History Month, because they're trying to do away with Columbus Day and all that. It's like, well, for good reason, because Columbus was a piece of shit, but, you know.
He was an important piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made
There's a lot of important pieces of
accidental
shit.
excursions. But I mean, I know the Italians, especially Italian Americans, celebrate that as though it is a special day, not necessarily because of Columbus, but because we can use the name Columbus.
Right.
But yeah,
What do they call it now? Indigenous Heritage Day
people,
or
whatever.
Indigenous Peoples Day, yeah.
But it's like everybody else do not, and I hate when they also use white people have a month, which is every month. It's like, not really. I mean, like, we don't celebrate a color.
because next month's Women's History Month, so we don't do anything.
It's like
I mean, I don't mean that, guys.
I'm with Morgan Freeman when it comes to like,
we get Arbor Day.
if nobody,
a Women's Month, a movie. I should have done Mean Girls.
the musical.
No, I don't know if I'm gonna like that because I do like Mean Girls. Like,
I don't like how they slipped it in like a musical. There's a few movies they've been putting out that are like, oh, this is a musical. They didn't even advertise.
You know,
it
they
as
heard
such.
us say we like musicals, and they started making more.
Who said that?
No, The Greatest Showman.
Who said that?
Me and Jeremy both said we like The Greatest Showman.
I know. Gay.
Gay?
Why are you gay? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
But yeah, no.
Somebody asked me that. They're like, "Do you hate gay people?" I was like, "No."
No.
We're, like Lonnie just said, we're just a satire. We make jokes. Like,
Right.
we shit on ourselves more than we do
This is the
anything
thing.
else.
This is the thing too. It's like because I grew up in a very
That's why I can
cultural
have fun with my friends. It's 'cause
background,
we
too.
Don't get sensitive.
racial humor is probably one of my best, or my favorite humor types. It's like making fun of each other's, and we can just laugh it off.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and most of us, if we are not making fun of you, it means we probably don't like you.
Exactly.
And I think that's how a lot of people
Need to think.
bond.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah. Thank you guys. Tune in next
Thank you to all
week.
those people.
And
who
thank you for-
trailblazed.
Gone to the
So many
moon.
people before them.
Yeah. If we mention your name, you're an amazing person. If we didn't, you're a cunt.
You haven't said that.
I can say whatever I want. Oh. I have the microphone.
He's right. Farted. Yo.
Don't say that.
Let's talk about ex-girlfriends
Next week.
or boyfriends.
Next week.
Okay.
Finish your laugh.
Okay, bye.
Black History Month you find
Ridiculous.
why?
You're going to relegate Black history to a month?
Oh, come on.
What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? No,
Well-
well, come on, tell me.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay, which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
No, I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. A black man.
If you enjoyed this podcast, well, that's not all. Stay tuned next week for the continuation of this episode, whenever these things come out. Shalom.